Happy Monday, Madcap Toys fans. You are back in the toy barn. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend and things are going well for you. But before we begin, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. We want you to be a part of us. Also, make sure you hit the bell for all notifications, because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're going to be the first to know, and comments, you know we love them, so just keep them coming. All right, but first off, before we even talk about anything else, today, on the day of this recording, is Daren and my wedding anniversary. So 33 years of marriage. So I wanted to wish Daren a very, very happy 33-year anniversary. I love you and hopes to have many, many more. So yeah, so we're spending it out today. Raining here in southern Indiana, so we thought we'd just kind of chill around the home. And we also have a yard sale, not only that we're going to attend tomorrow and Sunday, but we also may be throwing some stuff in and being a part of it as well. So that's the route we're going to take. We may even have a little dinner tonight, something special to celebrate the day. So just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some stuff. But before I do that, I wanted to let you know we have 11 sales to talk about on the regular Godfather Madcap Toys. We're going to share with you those 11 items that we did sell. And of course, already, along with the other sites, we do have some pending orders. Some great things coming through between media, pallet items, clothing, etc. So very, very excited about that. So just wanted to talk to you about something real quick, because that's why you came to the video. So I wanted to share with you something that's kind of like basic knowledge, but not basic knowledge. But I think a lot of times we do forget about this sometimes, and we kind of let it slide by. But there's 3 things that eBayers, whether you're new or old, need to remember to keep following in order to boost your sales. Not just boost your sales, but actually to make sure that you are getting the quality viewers that you deserve and the sales that you deserve. So let's get started with that. Number 1, make sure you're taking clear pictures. Now you're going, okay, you and a million other people on YouTube resellers always talk about this stuff. That's common knowledge. Yes, but there are still eBay sellers, resellers out there that are still doing it. So they're taking their camera, and whether they are holding it down or just, clicking it very fast or moving it, what have you, they're continuing to list blurry pictures. Blurry pictures don't make items sell very well. So if for any reason you have you take a pic and you look at it after the fact and go, ooh, that's a little bit blurry, bad vision there. Take it again, right? And hopefully you have it nearby you that you can pick it up. And to do that, take clear pictures, and not just take one picture. Take multiple pictures, as many pictures as you need. If there is, for instance, we're going to use our little work hand guy over here, our little dinosaur that's been holding up our cleaning supplies. If I'm going to take a picture of him, I'm going to want to make sure he's clear, right? But also I want to make sure that people see the front, the side, the back side, of course, the other side, and maybe at times, definitely on this, because he's a real cutie, he has his, what we call a little tush tag. All of those things matter, and most importantly, these photos need to be clear. And also make sure you don't have a busy background. What I like about eBay in this sense is they do have a background removal tool in the picture. So if you wanted to do that, you could use that. Sometimes it kind of makes little jagged lines, so when it does that, I don't do that. But most of the time, Daren and I have a studio tent that we purchased. We used to have a real teeny tiny one. I mean, it was super tiny. And then Darren's like, no, we got bigger items. We need to get a bigger one. So we did. It's really, really nice. And we have colored backgrounds that we switch every now and then. And we make it clear, so we can put, an item like him in the background. It's clear in the background, and it looks great. It looks sharp, and it has all the items. There has been times in the past, whether we gotten into a hurry or something like that, where items may have been a little bit blurry or taken too quickly. Or maybe there was glare like for instance on a media. I know one thing that a lot of times that I see sometimes that I catch on older listings of ours is if you have like as you can see sometimes the glare there, that you take a picture of maybe a DVD or CD, but because of the glossiness it has a big old spot. And a lot of times, and I thought, well, sometimes how is that? A lot of times what happens is if you take a picture of the item too close, a lot of times it will cause glare. So a lot of times I will hold back my camera a little bit towards myself, and then I will take in my fingers and then widen the screen, and doing it that way, a lot of times the glare is gone. So it brings a clearer picture. So, you know, just be mindful of your pictures, especially if you're new to eBay or Poshmark or Mercari, wherever you sell Depop District, Madcap Market. Make sure that your pictures are good. There's times where if we do end and sell similar, as you guys know, on our regular store, we have almost 11,000 items. With our new Madcap Plus store, we have almost 3,000 items. So, you know, we get lots and lots of items. Of course, there's some items that we still have that was, you know, that we've had for quite a while now. So if I come up on an old picture and I see it's just not fitting the way I see it, if that item is close by, I will go ahead and find that item. I will take it to the studio, retake the pictures, make as multiple pictures as I can to see if that makes a difference. And there has been times that it has. For instance, we had a loose action figure that some way, somehow in the past, it was just dark. We didn't have our tent back then. It was just dark in the background. It was just, you couldn't see the colors, the detail, etc. So I found the item. I went to the studio tent, took a bunch of pictures on each side, you know, every side I could, with beautiful light inside, with a clear background, and it was no joke. In about 2 weeks or less, that item sold for the price we wanted. So clear pictures. Also too, if you're not selling something and it's taking a while, check out your comps to see what they're selling it for. Could it be your price? We don't know. If you can't move your price very far because of what you paid for it, consider even looking at the title. Sometimes I will use other means like you know, AI to see if I can use high-ranking keywords for my title, and see what I can do to fix it up. Sometimes I will redo the title. Sometimes I will refine and redo the description. I will sometimes refine, and we have caught it before, and this is something that Daren's talked to me about Mercari, where in the past we swore we set, you know, an item up like a comic for 8 ounces on Mercari, and then when he goes to refresh, it shows that it was listed for £1. We know neither one of us had done that, so we don't know if it's the system, glitches, what have you. So he will go and refresh that and put it to 8 ounces or 9 ounces and then put that back up. So a lot of times it could be because the postage was either, well, too small would make it actually sell better, but if it was too large, you know, too heavy, more heavy than what it is, then of course it may help sell it. So make sure that your pictures are clear, that there's no glare as best as you possibly can, and make sure that there is not a busy background. I'm going to put our little dinosaur up real quick there. Go sit over there, guy. And so that's one of the things. But also number 2, like I said, even description and titles, we can go with that with number 2. They need to be to where they make sense. High ranking keywords, you know, refine your description. You know, when you end and sell similar, just kind of go over those things before you hit it. Make them refresh, make them renewed. And if you haven't done it already yet, end and sell similar can be a plus to keep those items refreshed. I even caught on the Madcap Toys Plus store. It's funny, we'll be 12 months on that store in June. And I had seen some that went through in certain hours that either I was asleep or it was, you know, late at night, that they had not been refreshed for 8 months. So I saw it and they were going to end. I thought now is the time to get brand new item numbers for it, get it refreshed, go through title, description, photo, the whole 9 yards, get it cleaned up and get it back on. And there's even sometimes if an item was specifically on a site, whether it be Poshmark or Mercari, and it's not selling, scam call, and it's not selling, a lot of times we will take it off that site and put it on a whole nother site. We used to do a lot of heavy cross posting between eBay and Mercari, and as Daren and I had found out, it takes more time, which the time isn't a factor, but what scares us is that if you're not careful and those items don't get removed off the other side, if it sells, or somehow it magically appears and we both don't know why that's happened, even though we swear it was removed, that can cause, item out of stock and some dings on either side. So we have slowed that down quite a bit. So there's factors of like that as well. So we don't want to consider, continue to cross post, but if we do have an item that has taken months and it's not selling on one site, a lot of times we will take that item, delist it on that site and put it somewhere else to see if it has greater grounds. So I'm hoping this is helping, but also too wanted to share something else with you. Oh, definitely Comcast. See, we haven't done TV or internet with them for years. And they're saying your Comcast account, it's scams. I've had scam emails today. I've had scam texts today and scam phone calls. It's wild. But anyways, a major point I wanted to talk about today, along with all of that and making sure your listings are improving to see if it can help you boost sales. Number 3, to me, you know your store better than anybody else. Don't listen to the outsiders when they say this is what you need to sell to be successful. I've seen people go on about people saying, well, even though you make this amount of money, your side gig or your full-time, eBay or wherever you sell would do better if you do it this way that I feel. Blah. You know your site, you know your store better than you do. What you sell and what you do matters, and it counts. It doesn't matter what you sell, whether it's media, whether it's coin collecting, whether it's toys, whether it's pallet items, whether it's stuff from your closet, whether it's your grandma's collectibles that she's given you to sell, yard sale items, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. What one person's opinion is their opinion. There's people that make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year selling items that they love and that they enjoy. So it's not a wrong idea. There's no rhythm to the algorithm. So, but what is in your heart and what you feel will help you is what you do. There's people like us that sell mass. That's not for everybody. There's people that sell very little but sell very high dollar items. That's what they're comfortable with. That may not be as comfortable for us. We fear ourselves personally brand names and luxury items because we're afraid of getting in trouble, not being educated to know what is authentic and what's not authentic. We don't know that market and we're not going to act like we do. So we feel more comfortable to do what we do, and you may feel more comfortable to do what you do. So for what it's worth, do what you love, enjoy what you do, collect what you collect, find what you find, and keep moving forward. Don't look at social media and all of these other items, including, I gotta say, YouTube at times, when people say this is the only way you're ever going to make it is selling this item, that item, that item. Yeah, you want to always be mindful, and if you pick up something, you may want to comp it to see what others are selling. I'm not saying ignore that, but you have a brain, you have a mind, you have a passion, you have a love. Do what you do, enjoy what you do, love what you do, and it will prosper. That's my 2 cents today. So we're going to get back to it. So let's get to the 11 items that we sold on the Godfather side. And again, we do have some pending items on Madcap Toys, Madcap Toys Plus, Mercari, and Poshmark. So here we go. On the very first one, we sold a coin. See, we sell coins on Madcap Toys. You wouldn't know, but we do. This is the 1971 D as in Denver Kennedy $50 Gem BU, found in coin album 4. And this went via eBay standard envelope. And this coin sold for $5.98 plus shipping to boot. And something else to mention too, a lot of people that see on the outside looking in at resellers say it's not worth your time to sell items under 20 bucks. We sell items under 20 bucks all the time. I know many, many resellers and YouTube resellers that sell items under 20 bucks too. It doesn't always mean that every item you sell has to be $50 to $100 to $150. Yes, some people think that it takes more supplies, more time, more gas to sell those items, lower cost items. But if you sell them more in mass and in volume, you're still getting your money and you're still getting the visibility and you're still getting that conversion rate, especially if you have a higher sales conversion rate and you're selling those items that move. And if our items didn't move, we couldn't do what we do, right? You couldn't do what you do. All right, next up, more media. They said we couldn't sell media. We sell it all the time, every single day. This is from our DVD pile, 2011 DVD, The Guard, Sony Pictures Classics. Thank you, Daren, for helping me the other day finding that. I appreciate it. And it sold for $4.65 plus ship. And next up, we have a lot of these still left. Actually, 11 to be exact. But these are sealed in plastic, had never been removed from Target at all. This is the Piccolita Trailblazer Frida Kahlo plush doll, new with tag, sealed in plastic. And they took advantage of the 15% discount Daren has going on all of this month. Of course, there's only a few days left of the month when you guys see this recording. So get it while you can. And it sold for $9.99 plus ship. Very, very good. 200% markup on that. And then more media. I told you it's more media. We sold a CD-ROM. Now, I talked about this, I think, about a video or two ago that we did find a CD software that I was having to look for that day. This is Gravis Experience 4.3A gamepad joystick controller configuration CD from 2000. Wow, it's 25 years old. And this was in, I believe, a yard sale pile, a big lot that we bought. And it sold for $3.99 plus ship. So a lot of things that we had found in boxes that we had no idea were there. So we made money out of something we didn't know we had existed. So it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And next up, more media. 1989 CD Dream a Little Dream from AM Records. And this one sold for $3.98 plus ship. So Daren looks like he had been doing a little bit of deals with folks. Looks like another 15% discount from the monthly April discount. And next up, from a pallet by Amazon mystery box, we had about 4 packages. No. Yeah, 4 packages of these screws, and we sold 2 of these packages out of 4. This is the number 2 by 1/4 of an inch pan head sheet metal screws. And each pack had a pack of 100. So they bought 2 packs, which is 200 screws. And these packages of screws sold for $13.98 plus ship. Very, very good. Something we only paid about $1 or $2 for each. So got our money back and then some. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, and this one was really nice. Just found this yesterday. This is a brand new sealed 2013 The Doors Revolution Blu-ray. Again, sealed, new in plastic, never opened, never used. I love those. I love those finds. And it sold for $8.48 plus ship. And then we're selling some Star Wars stuff. So this little guy from 1980 vintage Kenner Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Yoda action figure. I like him. And He's really, really cool. And he sold for $10.98 plus ship. We still have lots and lots of loose as well as mint and box action figures everywhere. Love it. Love to find those finds. And then from a pallet buy again, we sold a 2-pack of Simple Dimple Fidget toy keychains. So there's 2 in a pack. We have 9 more sets of these available. And they sold for $5.99. So again, with that pallet buy, I probably paid maybe $1.50 for that package. So very, very good on the profit zone there. And this was a little heavy, but pretty cool. We made sure that each of the DVDs were all good. This is the 2021 DVD set, all 3 seasons and all episodes of Designated Survivor. And actually, the DVDs were in very, very pristine condition. Loved it. Came with everything in it. And it sold for $20.98 plus ship. I even bubble wrapped it because it was such a heavy case. So I made sure it was bubble wrapped and protected because it came into like a little plastic box there. And lastly, again, media from Meatloaf. I remember singing Meatloaf back in the late 70s. Meatloaf, the very best of Meatloaf. 2 CD set from 1998. Very, very nice. And this was found in the DVD case in our original. So it was an early media that we had listed. And that CD sold for $5.09 plus shipping to boot. Thank you so much. So we had 11 go out. Again, more and more pending. We have more that shipped out today that we sold on Madcap Toys Plus, as well as Macari. So we'll be sharing some more Poshmark and Macari sales with you, along with Madcap Toys Plus on the next one. I don't really have anything else to say, guys. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about possibly grabbing a pizza for supper rather than cook, because, you know, it's our anniversary, right? So I'm going to do that, and then I need to get some stuff priced so we can get it all ready for that yard sale tomorrow and Sunday. But you guys have been super fantastic, and until next time, bye-bye.